Welcome to Aveley TV, of course sponsored by Griffin Grays, and we're of course with Terry after the game. And tell, what do we say?
A roller coaster. It's a roller coaster with this team. You know, how can you have two performances like we have in the last two games, and then have that performance? It's, you know, we always try to take positives out of negatives, but I think I'm going to have a look at the game later. Obviously, you've taped it. I think they've had 3 shots, haven't they? Scored 3 goals, and we've had 6, 7 good chances. You know, we've had a chance in the first half where one of our players has headed it over the bar from underneath it. We've had a player scuff 2 chances in the 6-yard box that, you know, he's trod on one up here. And you know, what can you do about things like that? You can't. There ain't no positives there, and that's what we're just saying to the players. You know, we can't be positive when it's so negative like that. Obviously, you can look at the team sheet, and you know, I said before the game, you know, we had 3 players out tonight. You know, big players for us. But you know, I've been saying all season, it's a squad game. We've said this before a few weeks ago. It's pretty obvious now that our squad ain't strong enough. You know, we seem to have a good 11, and then we struggle. You know, it's we're giving players a chance. Again, we just said that to the players, but you can only give them so many chances. It's a tough game. We've had another big crowd over here tonight, and they deserve a better performance than that. Tony's of a little bit of a different opinion to me. He thinks, you know, he's saying that we pressurised them and we had a lot more chances, but it's the same old thing that we've had all season. We're just not scoring goals at the minute. Again, you know, we've ended up playing 3 up front. You know, we've used 4 or 5 strikers again. And none of them look like scoring, and they've all had good chances. So somewhere along the line, you know, things have got to change. Our defence tonight was poor. You know, the first goal, the first 20 minutes we're all over them. They've hit one ball down the middle, straight in between the 2 centre backs. They've both left it for each other, and the kid's gone through with a tap in, nice easy goal. Even at that stage, though, I feel, you know, we're still well in the game. The second goal again, you know, they've hit us on the break. We ain't tracked the runner from the edge of the box. Centre midfielder come in this nice little side foot. Then we pressurise them. We go 3 up front. Go a little bit longer because we want to get back in the game. Just as we're getting a full head of steam, an experienced player from the centre of the park tries to play a clever ball across the pitch, plays it short, straight in front of their player, and he goes through and scores 3-0. Game over. You know, we've managed to get a penalty there at the end, but that's not even a consolation for me. So yeah, it's back at the drawing board, and a few players are, you know, got to go and have a look at themselves.
Of course, we're going to a big old game at the weekend. You know, playing you know in the trophy.
Yeah, you know, they're going to. No disrespect to Waltham Abbey, but I went to watch them on Saturday, and they're a better side than Waltham Abbey. Yeah. So you know, hopefully we get the 2 or 3 players back that we're talking about. But more importantly than that, we've got to put in a performance like we have in the 2 previous games. So, you know, it's non-league football. You know, I've been in it a long while, and you have to accept players having bad games, and I do accept that. That's part and parcel of non-league football. If they play well every week, they won't be playing bravely. But when you're getting, you know, we always ask for players to, you know, 5 or 6 or maybe 7, you know, get 7 or 8 out of 10. And majority of the time you'll get a good result. I think tonight we've got 3. Stretch it to 4, you know, that have got 5 or 6 out of 10, and the rest are 1s, 2s and 3s. So obviously, you know, that happens, but in saying that, the disappointing thing to me is we've created a load of chances again and not scored. How many chances you give players? Yeah. You know what I mean? You know, I've only got so much time or patience to give players that chance, and it sounds horrible because it sounds like you're digging just the strikers out. I'm not doing that, but it's game after game after game. So ultimately they've got to look at themselves, and at the moment it's not good enough. You know, we've got players, we've got experienced strikers, but for whatever reason they're just not not scoring. I just said to him, maybe it's the pitch, maybe it's the way we play, maybe it's me, maybe it's Tony, maybe it's them, but whatever it is, we've got to find out very quickly.
Bit disappointed about, or did you see what went on at the end there? Did you go in towards the time?
The referee come over to me. I didn't see what happened, but I can only tell you what he said. The referee told me that one of their players kicked Michael in the face on the floor. He sent the kid off, give him a red card, and that's it really. Like, you know, obviously Michael's reacted to being kicked in the face, which I'm not going to condone, but to be honest, you know, it's, what do? You're not just going to lay there. I said to the referee, has Michael done anything wrong? He said, well, he didn't react in the right way, but he ain't hit anybody or said anything. So as far as he's concerned, the matter's over.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what I mean. One of their coaches said exactly the same thing. He said one of theirs had a kick at one of ours and wasn't happy about it at all.
I didn't see it, and I really didn't have because you know. I'd love to be able to join in and say yeah, but you know, I've only known Michael a few months, and I think anyone that knows him knows that he is a really honest boy. He's a quiet boy, and he just said to me that he just took one straight in the face and caused a reaction from, you know, all the players. I don't think there was. I think it always looks a lot worse. You know, I don't think anyone's been punched or spat at or whatever. You know, all the stuff that you don't want to see. Just a bit of pushing and shoving. Young men pushing their chests out, not really going to do anything, are they? You know what I mean?
But again, I mean, the 266 tonight. I mean, that's an amazing crowd. You know, because I mean, not being funny, we don't normally bring too many with them, and so you know, amazing.
Yeah, great crowd. So obviously, you know, we want these fans to keep coming back. It's easy to me to say, like, you know, you always see plenty of goals. Yeah, unfortunately at the moment, tonight in particular, they didn't go our way. But yeah, it's a tough one because I don't think it's hard to say we haven't played badly because I think that we have. But we've also created more chances than them. So what does that tell you? It's sort of like such a such a lot to think about. And that's obviously what we've got to do. That's what I'm in the job for. I've been here before, and no doubt I'll be here again. And it's something that you don't want to happen, but things like this do happen. You get bad runs or whatever. But something's got to change, and we're gonna work very hard this week on the training ground again. They won't be getting no nights off, that's for sure. And we go again on Saturday. And put a performance in like the last two games rather than tonight.
So, I know you're disappointed, but all the best. Thanks for talking to us. Thanks, mate. Bye.